everyone, I'm Loida. Welcome back to my channel. Now this is going to be a different type of video than the ones that I usually do because I will be reacting to the first for sale by owner call that I actually filmed and posted on YouTube. Just so you guys know, this was also the first call that I had ever made to a for sale by owner. So I figured, you know what, why not film it and put it online, because I'm sure somebody else one day will be able to learn from it and also get an idea of what a for sale by owner usually asks or how they respond. So I have my computer right here in front of me, so if you guys see me looking down here, it's obviously because I am looking at the screen, and I will also be posting the video right here so you guys can watch it along with me. I remember I was so nervous.
Hello?
Hi, I'm calling about your house for sale by owner. Are you the owner?
Yes.
Oh, hi, my name is Loida. I'm a local real estate agent, and the reason that I'm calling is because I work with a lot of buyers and sellers in your area, and I just wanted to find out what I can do to help you.
Getting a lot of phone calls from realtors.
Yeah, I bet.
You know what, we're selling by owner because we have a lot of family and friends that are in real estate, and it's the easiest way for us. And if we did want to list it with a realtor, we probably would use one of our family members or a good friend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I completely understand. So as you can see right there, that's all I said. I just kind of laughed and I said, okay, I completely understand. Now, looking back at this video and with all of my experience, if I were to hear that objection where somebody says, oh, you know, we have a family member or a friend that's a realtor, immediately I would ask, oh, okay, well, I'm just curious, why didn't you just go ahead and hire them instead of actually going through the hassle of going for sale by owner and, just like you said, pretty much get hammered by real estate agents? And I would pause and just wait and see what they would answer, because at that point they will tell you, oh, you know, my friend or my family member doesn't even know that I'm trying to go for sale by owner. Or they will also tell you, oh, they're actually not even in the area. And that's where you can guide the conversation. So that's the first thing that I have caught from this video and reacting to it. So let's continue. So
Yeah.
When you sell this house, where are you going to next? Let's just talk about how scripted that I sound right there.
Sorry, where?
Yeah, when you sell this house, are you currently living in this house?
No, we're not living in that house, no. It was a rental for us, and we want to get out of the rental stuff, so we're selling it, yeah.
Yeah. And what is, how would you rate your motivation to sell your house at this time? Okay, so even before I would move on to the motivation, obviously she just said that this is a rental and they want to get out of the rental. So now what I would say to somebody that tells me that, I would say, oh, okay, so are there tenants still living there? Is the home vacant? If it's vacant, I would then say, oh, okay, well, I'm sure that you would, if you could get it sold, the sooner the better, right? Because if the home is vacant, obviously that's not making you any money, right? And then they would answer me yes or no, or whatever the situation is. If she had not mentioned that they were looking to just get out of that rental, I would have asked, okay, will you be doing a 1031 exchange or just cashing out? Because you'll see when you call these for sale by owners, a lot of them don't even know what a 1031 exchange is, and you have to explain to them. They'll be like, what, a 1031? And that's pretty much when they sell an investment property and take those proceeds and put them into another property. So obviously this seller right here was looking to just cash out of this rental property. I didn't ask for more information. Obviously back then I had no idea what to ask. I was just going based off of my script, and at this point I was just pretty much happy that she wasn't yelling at me or being rude towards me. So I was just trying to get through the script and see if I could book an appointment, which obviously I know that I wasn't the best then, but you know, it takes a lot of calls and a lot of practice to get good.
How would we rate our motivation?
Yeah, I mean,
we don't need to sell the house, so we put it up, and if it sells, then it sells.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Okay, so I asked her for the motivation. She said, oh, we don't need to sell the house. I'm sure that a lot of you that call for sale by owners hear that objection. Oh, well, you know, we don't need to sell the house. If it doesn't sell, we'll just keep it. Now, based on what she told me, and this is something that I want you guys to pay very close attention to, over time, you're going to start to realize that the key points that you need to remember that somebody tells you so that you can later on bring it back in the conversation, and kind of like, those are kind of like pressure points. So in the beginning of the conversation, she told me that they just want to get out of the rental. But now she's telling me, oh, you know, we don't have to sell it. If it doesn't sell, we'll just keep it. So what I would say now, I would say, okay, but obviously you did mention a few seconds ago that you guys want to get out of the rental, right? So I assume that you probably no longer want to be a landlord or deal with those type of headaches. And I would just wait for her to answer to see what she would say. Obviously right now, I'm not sure where you guys are at, but in California, inventory is very low. And even when I filmed this video in 2015, the inventory was pretty low and there was a lot of buyers. So properties will sell. If it's priced right, they'll sell, even if it's for sale by owner. The only thing is that if it is for sale by owner, they might perhaps not get the best price and the best terms at the end of the day. And that is why going with an agent and exposing their property to every single qualified buyer is going to get them the most money in their pocket in the best amount of time. Especially for this owner that had this property that was a rental and it's probably vacant. I don't know because I didn't ask, but that's just kind of to give you guys an idea.
So there isn't a specific time frame of whether you wanted to sell in a month or 3 months or in a year, or if it doesn't happen, you're okay with that as well?
Yeah, no, there's no time frame.
Okay, and the price I saw your home at, are you flexible with that price, or are you willing to?
Well, of course we're willing to negotiate, yes.
Okay, excellent. So you are definitely, are you willing to cooperate with an agent who has a buyer?
I know that I was so nervous when I was asking these questions, but because you could tell in the tone of my voice and how nervous I was using upswings. I kept on saying, and it almost felt like I was trying to like find in the air the next question to ask. Like I say, this was my very first call and I had no idea what to expect or what to say. And now, knowing what I know, there's so many things that I could have said and ways that I could have taken it to get that appointment.
Yes, and that would be negotiated as well.
Okay.
So obviously they're negotiable on the price and they're willing to work with an agent. I was going along with my script, so at least I stuck to my script, and my goal back then was to at least get through the whole script without getting hung up on or told to stop calling, I'm not going to work with an agent type of thing.
Great. So let's say your home didn't sell. You said that would be okay with you as well, right?
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand you. It's kind of echoey. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. If you didn't sell your home, that would be perfectly fine with you as well.
Yes.
Okay, great.
So right there, I feel like I asked the question that she had already answered previously. And this goes back to my point that I brought up a few minutes ago, where I say you'll get to the point that you have to listen very closely because they will tell you the things that you want to hear. So at that point, even now me listening to this conversation, it's almost like I want to tell myself, Loida, why did you ask that? She had just told you that they would be fine if they don't sell it.
Okay, great. Well, I'll definitely keep in touch. I definitely work with a lot of buyers and sellers in that area. So now that I have seen your property, even though you mentioned that you have a lot of realtors in your family, you would choose to select one of them to eventually sell your property, correct?
Yeah.
If it came down to that. Okay, great. What was your name again?
My name is Kathy.
Kathy. Okay, great talking to you, Kathy. We'll keep in touch if I definitely come across someone that...
If you've got a buyer, yeah.
Yes.
It will be open this weekend. Okay.
Great, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was pretty much the end of the call. I kept on bringing up the fact that she had family members that were realtors, Now what I would have said is that, well, if you knew for a fact that hiring an agent, whether it was myself or one of your family members, actually got you better results instead of just getting agent calls, wouldn't you want to know about that, or at least explore that option, as opposed to just handling all these annoying calls from realtors? And the way that I say it, it's almost kind of like I'm jokingly saying it, but I'm being serious in what I'm asking because it makes sense. And that's essentially how I would see how motivated they are to sell. And like I said, you don't know where these family members are. Maybe they live around the corner. Maybe they live an hour away or in another state. Just because they are realtors doesn't mean that they are actually in the area where the property is. So at the end of the day, you have to keep on digging for the motivation and see exactly what it is or why they decided to go by owner. I would bring back the point that they're just getting calls from agents, and wouldn't it be better to just be getting calls from qualified buyers as opposed to getting calls from realtors all the time, which you already sound kind of annoyed of, right? Those are some of the things that I would say now. There's so many other things that come to mind now, and obviously when I filmed this, I had no idea, no clue. And like I said, it's been through a lot of practice and calling these for sale by owners that I now know pretty much answers to any objections that are thrown at me. So with that being said, this concludes me reacting to this for sale by owner video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. It was kind of cringing to watch it, but I hope that you learned a few tips from what I would now say based on the things that this seller was saying. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Are you guys calling for sale by owners? If you're not, definitely start calling them. I know it can seem scary, and there are those that are rude on the phone, but there will also be those that absolutely need your help and are completely oblivious to the process. And once you help them and you deliver the result, which is of getting their home sold and putting more money in their pocket than what they would have gotten if they did it themselves, they will be eternally grateful to you. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with somebody else, and I'll see you guys on the next one.